Hi everybody, it's Stacy with Stacy So and So. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to visit. I really appreciate that you're here. This week's going to be a little bit of a shorter, chatty kind of video. Just kind of want to catch you up on some things that I've accomplished. And also to see who enjoyed the last vlog that I put up was actually a tutorial on how to make a pencil roll up for back to school. I do have plans for this upcoming week with another, it's another back to school easy, quick project. And it will be definitely another sew along. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll tune in for the next one. So this week has been, I've gotten a few things accomplished. I'm actually really pleased with the things I've done. The first thing that I got done, I finished you remember the one blouse or shirt that I had planned on making. It is this one, the New Look 6434. I had opted to make this version. I really like it. I actually could have cut the next size down. It ended up being a little bit too big. Once I completed it, I was like, oh, I had to take it up in the shoulder a little bit. And I opted not to shorten it. I probably could have shortened it, but I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. I left it longer. I'm actually wearing it with leggings today. And I do like it. I will make it again. The one thing I think that I would definitely do different though is I would use fabric that has more drape. Like maybe, like a rayon, I think would be really, really nice, like a ditzy floral rayon. The cotton that I used is nice. It does have a bit of structure to it. I'm sure that once it gets washed a couple more times, it'll soften up. But when I first tried it on after I was done, the ruffle, because you can see it has the ruffle across the bottom. Yeah, mine didn't lay like that because of the structure of the fabric. I kind of felt like Judy Jetson. Or like I had a tutu on. It kind of stuck out a little bit. But like I said, I'm sure that after I wash it a couple more times, it'll relax a little bit more and the fabric will lay more flat. I did give it a really good press. I went out running. I had to go out and do a couple errands this morning. No one said anything about me looking like Judy Jetson, so I'm assuming that it was fine. This is actually a really great pattern, and I'm actually thinking about, I know it's hard to believe, but I was thinking about Christmas already. I think just because we came through Christmas in July and I was watching, a Hallmark countdown to Christmas in July. Anyway, I'm thinking about maybe making this version, not with the lace overlay, but I was thinking if I found like a really pretty kind of like a red fabric that has, some like embroidery detail on it or something. I thought that'd be really pretty and just simple. I could be, wear that with, a pair of slacks or skirt or something. So, but I would definitely make this pattern again. I do want to make this version again. I just would prefer to do it with maybe, like I said, something that has some drape, like some rayon or something like that. So let me put that aside. The other thing that I have been working on, I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy today. Allergies have been just horrible lately, although today is a little bit better. It's a little gray. We've had some rain, we've had some storms, but I'm sure those of you who suffer with allergies will understand. Updates. This was in the stack of unfinished projects, and it is now done. I did a little count. I am down from 11 to 6. So that makes me really happy. I'm trying to really kind of just like focus on one of those a week, which then allows me to do some other sewing and of course other things that I have to do in life. So it feels good though. I'm sitting here looking at the stack. It's sitting right over here. But it feels really good to have that going down. And I have been leaving it laying out like on the corner edge of my sewing table. And because I have to look at it every time I come in here, it's like, I'm going to finish that. I'll pick something out of that stack and I'll finish it. So it's been really good. And I know, again, you guys are holding me accountable. So I'm trying to give you guys updates as I finish things. So a couple other things I got done. There actually something got added to my to-do list. I had found, I want to grab the pattern. It's right here. When I had dragged my mom to Joann's that day, I had this really beautiful ivory linen fabric, and I hadn't decided what I wanted to use it for. And so that day we went, the one thing I didn't tell you I bought was this. Let me pull it up so you can see a little closer. This is the Simplicity R11065. They call it the artisan dress. Although it comes with, you can see from the sketch drawings, you have a dress version and you have a tunic version. I'm actually doing the tunic version. But I was like, that would be really great. And I have a hard time fitting myself for patterns. Like, even like I said with this shirt, I just tend to always go, even after I do the measurements, I go, oh, I should probably make that a little bit bigger. You know, and I think I'm probably not the only person that does that, because you always think, well, I can always take it in. Or, you know, at 52, still struggle with body image issues. I always go, oh no, I better make it a little bit bigger. 9 times out of 10, I end up having to take it in, but that's okay. So, I actually took this, I bought this, and my mom helped fit the pattern to me, which was really nice. And she got it, you know, all cut out, and she had, you know, started getting stuff together, but after her surgery, she kind of lost her sojo. She's not really, you know, she's doing really good, but just, you know, not feeling like sitting at the sewing machine. So last weekend, we went back up to my parents, and my dad and my husband went fishing again. And we started working on the blouse. So let me show you what we've got done so far. I'm actually really happy with it. This material is wonderful. It's really heavy, but it's great. So it is most of the way put together. I've got the neck pin. The interfacing is in. Still have to hem the sleeves. And they have a rather like sizable cuff on them. And then add the pockets. The other thing that has to be done, she's actually coming tomorrow before her doctor's appointment. And she's going to help me measure it for length. Because, of course, being as short as I am, it's going to actually need hemmed quite a bit. But that's okay. But love it. Once I complete it, I will do a little pattern review on it. Again, if you're interested, I'll put a link in the description below. It is the Simplicity R11065, and it's called the Artisan Dress. And if you want to do a Mommy and Me dress or Mommy and Me tunics, it does have the children's sizes in this as well. And it's, you know, as far as sizing, it goes all the way from an extra small, which is a 6 to 8, all the way up to an extra large, which is a 20-24 for adults. And for children, it goes from a size 3 to a size 8. So it's great because you have so many sizes to choose from, and it's really cute. So I'm looking forward to being able to wear that. As even though, you know, normally the weather has been particularly hot, this week it's actually really kind of cooled down, hence the reason I'm wearing a cardigan. So I'm sure I will get plenty of use out of that between now and through fall. So a few other things that I have been working on this week. You guys, if you've watched the sewing tutorial, which I'll link below, this is the roll-up that you saw. So the other thing I did is, yes, I wanted my notebook, my gardening journal notebook to match. So I did a cover for it. And that is one of the things that I'm going to be doing this week for the next sewing tutorial. Because knowing that school is coming back in session, I'm going to show you how to cover notebooks. Not just the composition style that is, but also how you can make a cover for your spiral bound notebooks that you can, you know, you can change out the spiral bound as it gets full. Because, you know, once notebooks get thrown in a bag over and over and over again, you know, they tend to start doing this. Like this is what I've been using for my sewing journal for notes. And, you know, it's gotten thrown in a bag a few times. You can see the edge is starting to fray. I'm going to make a cover for this too. So it would be really nice, and we'll add some pockets and some different things to it, as well as, you know, some ideas on how to personalize it for your child, or You could also do them very specific for, you know, certain classes. So if you want to do one for spelling, one for math, one for, so that's going to be the next video. I hope you'll tune back in for that. A couple other things that something that I'm looking into doing this week. Actually, I'm hoping to finish this by tomorrow. You remember the fabric that my Aunt Debbie gave me? I chose this one because it has the blue shades in it. I want to make another Crystal Cove cami. I really loved that pattern so much. I do want to make the straps a little bit wider this time, but I have a, what they call like a tissue paperweight summer cardigan that's just kind of open and it has a ruffle across the bottom. And it just so happens that it matches, if you can see it, the blue that's in this fabric. And I was like, that would be really awesome to have. So I'm actually probably going to start this afternoon. I'd like to have it to wear tomorrow, but we'll see if I have time to finish it. Sometimes my ambition, you know, far exceeds the time that I have to complete things, but I'm sure we're all that way. The other thing is I've been working on this week is something for the shop. You guys remember that I made a bucket hat for my Aunt Debbie, who, you know, she loved it. She took to the beach with her. Let me grab them real quick. They're right over here. I started working on some bucket hats for my shop. Let me pull this one up. So this is one of the, I'll put it on real quick. This is, see, I love a good bucket hat. And then if you're on your cell phone, you tip that down, you can hold it up, you can actually see, which is great. It also keeps the sun off of your nose and your eyes. So I've made a few of these. This is a size, I think this is the medium large, because I can't get the small ones on. So let me take that off. Is my hair sticking up? Not too bad. So I got that one done. And then I got several of the small to medium, the small size done. So this is really cute. I'm going to try to get these up in the shop this week. My favorite one, my favorite fabric of that, the Paris themed, as you can see. So it's really cute. Now these are not reversible because the fabric's a little thick. So if I had done it reversible, it would have been really hard. But when you have it on, the little flap will stay up. But isn't that cute? So there's that one. And then I got one more done. This one's a little different. This one is definitely a small medium. I had got this fabric by accident. I had ordered some fabric back during the lockdown from Amazon. And it was an affiliate link, I guess, or someone that had a fabric shop that they had listed on Amazon. Anyway, they sent me the wrong fabric. I paid for something very specific, and this was not even close. But I was like, well, I already paid for it. It's already cut fabric. They sent me, I think, 1.5 yards of it. And I'm like, you know, I don't know what I want to do with it. It's not really my colors. But I do like it as a bucket hat. I think it's kind of cute. So there we go. So anyway, I did end up reordering the fabric that I originally ordered, but then I kept the fabric they kept, you know, I'd already paid for that I hadn't purchased, but I figured why not? You know, at some point, you know, it's something to add to my stash. At some point, I will find something to do with it. So the other thing that I now have on my list of to-dos, oh, my hair's sticking out crazy. Oh, well, that's what I get for putting a hat on. I started making bucket hats, and actually last week, my husband and I were watching, it's an older movie, for those who, on Golden Pond, and it's one of my favorite movies, and I'd introduced my husband to it, and we watched it again the other night, and since he's really kind of getting into fishing, and he's really been loving going fishing with my dad, he was talking about, you know, the hat that Henry Fonda wears, the fishing hat with the little fishing flies sticking on it. He's like, and he saw me start making bucket hats. He's like, I want one. Can you make one to fit me? I'm like, well, sure, sweetheart. So he wants to be a little bit like Henry Fonda, and he wants to be able to go out and catch big fish. If you've ever watched the movie, you know, they're always trying to catch Walter, the big giant fish. So Patrick is, he'd love to catch a Walter, but I think at this point he'd be happy to catch something that big. But anyway. But he's also, you know, he wants to be a little like Henry Fonda, and he enjoys fishing. But at the same time, he's also a little hard rock. So he's like, do you remember the fabric that you bought that one time you drugged me to Joann's. He's like, could you make a bucket hat out of that? I'm like, sure. So it's going to be a fishing hat that's either Kiss, there you go, or AC/DC. Had they had Metallica, I guarantee you it would be a Metallica fishing hat. So that just explains so much about who my husband is. But yeah, so I will be definitely making him a bucket hat to wear fishing this week. I think they're going to go again on Sunday. So we will have them, he'll be ready. They are not fly fishing though. So I don't think Dad has branched out into teaching him how to fly fish yet, but they're both having a great time. And, you know, I guess I should probably make my dad a hat too. Probably not out of this. My dad's not really a hard rocker, but I guess I should make them both one so that they both have their hats to wear to go fishing in. So that's really kind of the wrap up of what I have done this week and the things I've gotten accomplished. I feel really good about, you know, my unfinished project stack. It, you know, going from 11 down to like 5 or 6. No, 5. Actually, it's 5. Taking it down to 5 feels really, really good. I am trying to focus on 1 week. So keeping it out in front of me has definitely helped. Knowing that you guys are out there going, you know, judging me. I know you are. If I don't complete something. And that's a good thing because I need someone to help hold me accountable. So that's great. And then getting the blouse started, the artisan tunic started, which is great. Very, very close to being done. I should, once Mom helps me tomorrow to measure it up for a hem, I should be able to finish off everything. I spent last night going through with my serger and just finishing all the ends because the linen, although beautiful and very nice quality, it frays so bad. So took time to finish all the inside. So now it's just really about, you know, hemming it and finishing the sleeves and doing a stay stitch around the neckline and, you know, adding a little, I think it has a keyhole back, so adding a little button and things like that. So, but those are some things that I got accomplished this week, and I am working on, one of the reasons I wanted to do the other back to school tutorial this week, but with everything else I've been working on, I was like, oh, I'm just not going to get everything done. So it will be coming out next week. I was going through and just writing down all the steps and everything so I can make sure that we get through it. It will be a much shorter tutorial than the last one because it just doesn't take as much to finish them. And then, like I said, we will go through some really, you know, some nice ideas on how to personalize them and, you know, and how to not just make them for back to school, but, you know, even for your own personal use or to make as gifts. Because hard to believe, but Christmas is coming. Not that I'm upset by that. I am a Christmas person. I love Christmas. I really hope to participate in Vlogmas this year, so we will see. So sorry about that. I had to stop the video and edit because I took a sneezing fit from my allergies. So anyway, I was just wrapping up and I just wanted to say thank you again to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. Thank you for stopping by again today. I hope you'll tune in next week for my next sew along tutorial for the back to school project. And if you get a moment, please take a second just to like the videos that I make. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Because I know that, you know, when you're trying to grow a channel, those things really help a lot when you're trying to get YouTube's attention so that they send out your videos. So I really, really appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for being here. Everybody have a fantastic week, and I will see you soon.